Hi, everyone. I am Jennifer Perez, and this is my last interview on behalf of KCR College Radio as I am graduating this year. Be here with me as I interview Almost Monday, a San Diego-based band. Did you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, what's up? I'm Dawson.
I'm Luke.
I'm Cole.
Awesome, and this is Almost Monday, everybody. So you guys are all from San Diego, as I just mentioned, and on December 31st, you guys are returning with Somersault to perform at House of Blues. How does it feel to come back to your hometown and perform, and how is that different from performing anywhere else?
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always, I feel like, more nerve-wracking than other shows, because if you're playing, say you're playing somewhere just random, you can kind of just do whatever you like, not do whatever you want, but kind of be whoever you need to be. But when you're playing at a show where like your friends and family, they know you outside of like music or outside of just performance. So it's always kind of a funny factor, but it's always fun just seeing your friends out there and going out after and all that stuff.
Yeah, I always have a really fun time. I feel like San Diego, like shows are always pretty energetic. I don't know. There's moshing is kind of a big culture in San Diego, I guess, for whatever reason. Just it's like always ends up happening at the maybe it's just our friends doing it, I don't know, but San Diego's great. It's like definitely my favorite place in the world, so coming home and playing in front of friends and family and just doing it is always super fun. But yeah, it is a little bit more nerve-wracking, like, you look out and see like your grandma out there and hope you're making her proud. So yeah.
And speaking of like your family being at the shows, I got to see you guys open for the Driver Era, which is like my introduction to your band. And I've been a really big fan of the Driver Era Rosslyn since I was a child. He was the only person that was all over my walls. Can you talk a bit about how they asked you to come open for them? How was that performing at arguably one of the most iconic venues in LA, the Greek Theater? I did see your family there as well, in the back.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet moment. Like, to see them watch you perform was really amazing. But talk a bit about that. How was that for you as a band to be there opening for them?
Yeah, we've become like good buddies with Ross and Rocky and all of them, and they're like just such great people and really fun to tour with and play shows with. And obviously, like, it was a bit of like a pinch me moment when we got asked to play the Greek with them. I mean, number one, I'm just like, you become friends with people, and like to just see them like headline the Greek and like sell it out. It's just like so cool. And just to be a part of it was really special. And yeah, I can't say enough just positive things about them. Such sweet guys. And, yeah, we just met them through like, we got connected through a mutual friend, who just showed them our music and met them. And first time we met them was in Mexico City. Toured South America with them, and yeah, just became friends. So yeah, great lads for sure.
And you guys are one of the up-and-coming bands in San Diego. There's a lot of San Diego-based bands out there. And you guys have been doing quite a bit of press. I've been reading through a lot of your guys' interviews. What is something someone has published about your band that stuck out to you and something that you remember? It can be positive or it can be negative. Maybe, something like criticism that you took to your performance or something positive that you always remind yourself of.
I remember when we played Lollapalooza, somebody wrote like TikTok band takes the stage or something, and that was funny. I don't know. I don't know why that just stuck with me. I was like, all right, we're a TikTok band, okay. But I don't remember who said it, but I remember reading someone just saying like our music is just like feel good music, which is a huge compliment. I think that's kind of what we try to do, is just like bring joy to people at our shows and through our music. I really feel like that's one of the best things in the world. So that meant a lot to me. But yeah, there's two different sides of the spectrum there.
Cole, Luke, do you guys have any that stick out to you?
I can't even remember, honestly, some of the interviews we have. But yeah, I remember the Lollapalooza one too, Dawson. With the someone was like, yeah, TikTok band or something, and we were just like, wait, we don't even have like a big TikTok cast or anything like that. Like, why are they calling it? But yeah, it was funny.
and I was talking about going over your guys' interviews. In an interview from 2021, you talked about, and you said it would be super cool to play the Governor's Ball. And in 2022, you did play the Governor's Ball. Can you talk about your experience with that? Do you feel like, in a sense, you manifested that for yourselves?
Yeah, it is a bit like strange when you have a goal. Like we do that every year. We've been doing this band for like, we started this band in high school, and something we've always done is just like set goals, like I'm sure most people in the world do. And it is like definitely a very cool experience when you get to the end of the year and like actually check goals that you had off. And I don't know, it's always wild. Like you just kind of try to shoot for the stars and hope you're not dreaming too big, and then you get the opportunity to do something like play the Greek theater, which has like always been like on the list. Like when we moved to LA, it's like, to play the Greek would be so cool. But I don't know, more than anything it just feels like humbling and inspiring to just keep pushing ourselves to achieve more.
Do you guys have anything right now like written down that you want to accomplish? I know 2023 is almost over, but do you guys have anything that you're like, think it'll happen by the end of the year, or anything for 2024?
Yeah, for me, just like this is just a random one, but I would love to play Red Rocks at some point. Like if that happened next year somehow, that would be really cool.
And getting to more in, the songwriting portion, are there any tense moments that, during writing or, producing that worked out for the better? Maybe it was like criticism that you got, like maybe an argument you guys got in that worked out in the end?
There's been times where we like write a song we know isn't great, and then we'll go take another look at it and like kind of reimagine the verse, or like kind of reconstruct it, and then it ends up being something we really like. So that's happened a couple of times.
Yeah, also sometimes someone will make a joke or something that will sometimes make a lyric, or I think there's just something when you don't take anything too seriously, sometimes the art's a little better. Sometimes when you go in like a really hard head, sometimes you don't let I guess the vibes lead the day, which I feel like when you do that, it's usually you get a better song out of it.
You guys mentioned about how a lot of people call your music feel-good music, which I personally do agree with. Do you have a message that you wanted to get across in your song? You just mentioned not taking it too seriously and it works out for the better. Or what was there a certain feeling, a feel-good feeling that you're like, I really want to put this into music? And it was just a little more difficult than other feelings to get across?
Yeah, I feel like Almost Monday has always been as weird as this sounds, not super deliberate. We've never gone into a session and we're gonna make feel good music. I don't know. It's just we've always just kind of followed our instincts and what feels good. And I don't know. There's never fully a goal or an agenda behind the music that we're trying to push, but I don't know. And I kind of feel like that's one of the cool parts about being in a band is you make music that you first and foremost love, and then you give it to people and they kind of get their own feelings or have their own meaning behind it and kind of attach their own I guess story, not story, but you know what I mean? I don't know, just kind of make it their own, which I personally love. So it's always just cool hearing what people say about it. And then you just, it's that's cool. It means that to someone.
Yeah. Is there a song that was easiest to write, or a song that sticks out to you that you feel was easiest to produce?
I'm trying to think. I feel like we have a song called Cough Drops that came really fast. We just wrote it pretty fast and just produced it out, and I feel like it was good to go that day. Those ones are always you always just kind of feel lucky when you get those ones, because a lot of times it's working on it longer or whatever. But yeah, that one is probably an easier one.
Any other ones maybe easier for you guys?
I remember Sunburn our song Sunburn, we wrote it really quick. We just did it in a day, and like everything, all the parts came together really fast. And like on first instinct, we didn't really like revise a ton on that one. I think it just kind of like, parts came and stuck. So
you guys worked with Mark Needham, which he has worked with a lot of notable artists. Do you feel a sense of intimidation when, working with him or, bringing him a song and you're like, oh, he's going to hate this, but I really like this?
Yeah, when we met that guy, we were in high school and we like just emailed him just super cold, like, yo, we mixed this record. And like, he's just like such a character, and he's so like, he has like, he's friends with like Dolly Parton and like Stevie Nicks. Like, it's just so bizarre. So the fact that you're getting like some time with him and you're just some random band from San Diego, every time you're like, all right, Mark, like, I hope this is cool. Like, but he's such a legend, and he's just become a good friend of ours. And anytime we see him or hang out with him, it's just brings a smile to my face. He's a good dude.
Do you guys have a specific, piece of advice that he's given you as a band?
Probably just drink a lot of, what's he drink all the time? He
drinks tea Java, yeah.
Yeah, he only drinks 5 bottles in like one sitting. It's insane.
Yeah, that's so fun. I think another thing he said is things just move a lot slower than you want them to. And that was good. It was a good, like, just a good overall like perspective to have. But yeah, he's a funny guy.
And you said he worked with a lot of icons, and you've talked about being inspired by David Bowie, Gorillaz, and Prince. Are there any other artists that you've worked with personally that now like heavily influence your sound as a band? That we've
worked with specifically, or just
that you've worked with? I mean, we talked about how you guys opened for the Driver Era. Are there some things that you saw during their performance that you talked, Ross and Rocky about that now like influence your music, or any other artists?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. That's a great question. I feel like more than anything, like with bands like that, I get like our bands that we've like opened for or like played with. Usually it just makes me want to like go play live, because a lot of times, like for instance, Ross and Rocky are such great entertainers and performers. It just gets you like pumped to go play shows and like, just like have a good time. But I don't know. I'm blanking on anybody we've like directly worked with. I mean, like we've played festivals, right? And like you see like Tame Impala headlining and you're like, yeah, like that'd be cool if our drums sounded like that, But yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know if you boys have any, but
can't think of anybody we know personally that we've recently been like super inspired musically by. Drawing a blank as well on that.
Okay, no worries.
We're not. What the short answer is, we are not inspired by our friends.
You're too iconic. You're making a name for yourself without anybody's help.
We're not inspired by anyone.
A lot of artists and actors, I'm a big film girl, they talk about not like watching their work or listening to their own music. Do you guys ever find yourselves rocking out to yourselves? Like, do you ever listen to your own music?
Definitely when we're making it, like when we're going through demos and mixes. That's kind of like, you hear it a lot, thousands of times probably. But I think once it's out in the world, we hear it a lot when we play it live. That's for sure. But I feel like I'm not really like listening to it. Just out of pocket, listening to like an old song of ours. Really, I'm just listening to new stuff and like stuff we're working on.
I don't know if you'd ever catch me just like in the car bumping "Sun Keeps on Shining" by myself. Honestly, that'd probably be like a weird. I don't think people would. That'd be very odd. But yeah, Cole, you're right. Like, I feel like you're into it when we're making it, and then right when it gets released, you're kind of like, all right, like I don't ever have to hear that again. But
it's like once it's out, it's like on to the next thing. It's not like
not that you don't
what
like
we
it.
Just did. Yeah.
No. It's just like anything, though. If you listen to a song like literally 1,000 times, you probably are okay with listening to other things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Do you guys have one of like your own song lyrics that you feel defines you as a band?
Damn.
It's a deep question.
Good question. Let me just scour my brain right now.
Yeah.
This is why you have to listen to your own music, just in case a question like this comes up.
I'm thinking of ones that like are just ironic, like not true. I don't know, not really. To be honest, I don't have one.
Yeah.
If you guys were to show, or if I were to recommend one of your songs to someone else, which one would you tell me to recommend them?
I'm curious if we all have the same answer.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Life goes by. Interesting.
Okay.
One deviant Dawes.
You guys were that one's I think I just Sweet Feelings just because it's the newest one, I guess. I don't know.
And I mentioned how much I love like film, and you guys talked about shooting your
Cool.
music videos. What do you feel is the most important part of shooting a music video, and do you have a favorite music video that you guys have shot?
I feel like the most important thing we found is like working with people that like share your vision and can help you like accomplish it. And we're lucky we work with one of our really like close friends, like one of our best friends who's just super talented, and I feel like we see eye to eye on a lot of the creative. So I feel like just the collaboration, making sure your collaborations like there's like good synergy, I guess, and like the ideas like click together while also like pushing each other. But as for my favorite music video, I'd probably say that's so hard. Probably Sun Keeps on Shining because we shot it in Australia and like held koalas and stuff. So that was pretty nice.
Any other favorites?
Life Goes By was a really fun one. We went down to Cabo for that, and we wanted to originally maybe shoot it in San Diego, but I think when we were trying to shoot the video, it was like all rainy and cloudy during the month. So we ended up doing it down in Cabo, and it was a super fun one.
I think my favorite was Sweet Feelings, the last one. It was just a very relaxed shoot, and we just had some fun, and it turned out good. So it's cool when all that can happen.
Awesome.
And you got to ride your bike.
Yeah, that is a big plus for me.
Yeah. As of right now, correct me if I'm wrong, you have no features on any of your songs. Do you guys have any artists or an artist in mind that you feel like that should be our first feature?
Maybe a Ryland Lynch feature. Maybe we'll get Ryland on the DJ, little remix.
Ryland and Shaq.
I don't know. Like, for me, there's obviously so many artists I look up to and like really, really mess with. But personally, right now, like I'm like just super excited about just like making our songs and just trying to kind of make them ourselves. I don't know. Maybe that sounds a little like conceited, but I don't know.
No, you're comfortable with who you work with already.
Yeah, I think so. But I think in the future, like after like an album or two, I don't know. I think it'd be really fun to like explore that. But I feel like before having like a first album and stuff, you kind of want to, I don't know, just make your way first.
Do you guys have any like guilty pleasure albums or a guilty pleasure song?
Yeah, for me, it's just Katy Perry. Like, I just think she's really great. Like, I just love all those old songs, California Girls, Last Friday Night. Like, they're just so good. Yeah, they always hit on a devious night for sure.
Yeah, I gotta agree on that one. She just hits different, you know.
I'd probably say my most guilty pleasure artist right now is Madonna. Like, Madonna's got some hits.
On God, dude.
Got some bangers.
Yeah, she does, dude. I support that.
You guys, originally from San Diego, you guys talk about how you guys like to surf. I do leave San Diego today. Is there a beach you would recommend I stop by?
Oh, cool.
Before I leave?
You're leaving today, though.
Yeah. I mean, I have to take the 5 down, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask where you're staying. That would be kind of weird on an interview. But I would just check out, like, on your way out, like, we're all from, like, North County. So, like, Encinitas, Carlsbad, Oceanside. I just feel like those beaches, like, if you're heading back up, get a little sunset view in.
Do you guys have a favorite beach to surf at? Not that I want to, like, send, the fans running, but...
Yeah, for sure. I like this spot called Beach Ave in Carlsbad.
Oh, yeah, he's blowing up the secret spot.
There you go. I'm sure all of our fans are going to be just dogging the line.
There's a wave called Black's Beach in San Diego. It's like a huge cliffside wave that has really good surf, and there's also some cool hiking there too, if you're just trying to enjoy the beach and the scenery.
And for my last question, every artist I've interviewed, I have asked this question. If you were to write a song for a pre-existing movie or television soundtrack, what would you pick?
I have an answer for you guys.
I think
it would be sick to have a song in Sandlot. It'd be a pretty cool kind of coming of age, iconic movie.
Mine's a toss up between Entourage or Gossip Girl.
I love Gossip Girl.
Yo, same. Honestly, and like I just feel like they had so many good songs. Like every intro, like every start of an episode would be like the best song you've ever heard.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for taking time to talk with me today. I really appreciate it. It's been an honor as my last interview as I graduate. So thank you guys so much.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And this is Almost Monday, everybody.